Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ivan and today we're continuing to build on our mechanically damaged RV, front end damage. So here's the cylinder head. We ordered the parts, they came in from Ford, so we got 10 new valves, 5 intake, 5 exhaust. We have new valve seals, a head gasket and head bolts, so we're ready to start to put it all together. But first we went and did some research on it about seating the valves because we call them machine shops, and they told us about 2 to 3 weeks, which is a little too long. So we looked up some videos and it looks really easy to do. All we had to do is buy some valve grinding paste, the little tools for it, and it should be easy to go. So let's try it out.
All right guys, before we start the rebuild, we got some exciting news. We got some new merch, check it out. Oh yeah, RV Vegas Motorhome, so we got that up there. If you have time, go ahead and check it out on there. We appreciate all the support, guys. We also got some new hat styles, a little breather. Summer's coming, it's getting hot, but hey, if you got a moment, check it out.
Also about Instagram.
Instagram, make sure you guys follow us on there. We throw stuff out there all the time, some sneak peeks of future builds that we're gonna do. So if you got a moment, make sure you look at that as well.
Okay, so off camera, I tried to do it really quick. Pretty much it is pretty simple to do. See, we got the new valve in there. I put the paste, we grinded it down, and it turned out really good. As you can see, it's very shiny. This one's like glazed looking, and this one's already been grinded down. So let me show you how I did it. Alright guys, so check that out, that finish. Turned out really nice. So we got a couple more to go. Okay, so we flipped the head upside down to the right position. We got the valve seals. So let's put those in and then we can assemble the springs. Okay, so we got the valve springs all put together. That was a little harder than I thought, but we got it all put together. Now we're ready to put I think these are the hydraulic rollers. Dip them in some oil, drop it in, there we go. Okay, so just like that, we got it all torqued down. The cam is ready. Pretty much we're ready now to put the cylinder head back on the block, but first we're gonna have to clean it, and then we're ready to go. Okay, so here we have the cylinder head all cleaned up. Turned out really nice. Now we got the head gasket. Put the head gasket in. And now we're ready to put the cylinder head on.
All right, guys, so there we go. Showtime. We're about to get the cylinder head back on there. I mean, it's looking great. Ivan did a great job on it. It's pretty crazy. We called around about 20-mile radius around here who could do, you know, getting the cylinders seated, and nobody wanted to do it. 3-week lead time, like $300-400. But hey, we read your comments, said it wasn't that bad, and watched some videos and got it knocked out. So that's pretty cool. But moment of truth, let's get this thing on there, seated properly with the head bolts on right. See what happens. Keep going. Looks good. There we go. Safe and secure. Eagle has landed. Touchdown. Whatever you want to say. Whew.
Okay, so we finally got the cylinder head installed. We had to put those bolts in a little earlier because it's still bent with the frame. We got the bolts in. We hand tightened all of them. So now we're going to torque it. We looked up the specs. So the first thing we'll do is torque them all to 30 foot-pounds, and then we'll do 90 degrees, and then we'll do another 90 degrees, and we're done. So let's get to it. Okay, so here goes the timing. We got the new timing chain on. We haven't pulled the timing chain tensioner on it yet, but the marks on the bottom, the marks up there, and the marks up there. So everything should be set to time. We're just gonna pull this guy, and just like that, it's all tensioned up, and we should be good to go. So the next thing I want to do is put on this front case and go from there. Okay, so here we have it. We finally got the timing chain cover on. We got the crank pulley on. We got the water pump pulley on. So ready to start putting the valve cover on, valve covers. So let's get those installed and then the intake manifold. Okay, so check that out. We got the intake manifold on, we got the injectors on. Next thing to do is actually, let's drain the oil in this thing, change the oil filter, just in case any glass got in there, and then we'll try to turn that over. Okay, so we drained the oil, we got some new oil, I also got some spark plugs, might as well change them since we got room right now, and I took the old ones out, so let's fill it up with the oil and go from there. Okay, so it's getting pretty dark. We filled that up with oil, but I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so it's the next day. We got the spark plugs. Let's get those installed with the coil packs, hook up the wiring, and we'll try to turn this thing over. Okay, so we hooked up the wiring, that's hooked up, the computer's hooked up, we got the jump boxes hooked up, so we're ready to try to spin it over, see if it starts. Very exciting. Alright, so we got a jumper cables off a car and we're getting a little more power. So I'm spinning it over. Spinning over really good, but we are getting no fuel pressure. So we're gonna have to look into that. So we're here under the dash, and right here is an inertia switch. So when you get in an accident, it turns off the fuel. I pushed it, it did click, so it was definitely activated. But let's try to spin it over and see if we get fuel pressure. Let's turn the key. Ooh, so we got fuel. That fixed our fuel issue. Heck yeah. All right, now let's try to spin it over. It started. That's a great sign. Let's try it again. Okay, so we did get it started, but the engine is running really rough. The next thing to do is actually check timing on it. So looks like I'm going to have to take apart the cover again and the both valve covers. So let's get back right into it. Okay, so checking the timing right now. The marks are right there, the marks on the bottom, the marks on top. So our timing looks good. I mean, I don't see any issues. Everything looks like it's lined up. Now let's check the valves. All of these look good. Everything's in there. I only noticed one is this guy, and the valve, it's not really touching it. So I don't know. It's weird. Like it's, maybe I get a better angle, but it's poking out. So I was thinking, let's take off the timing chain on this side and inspect that valve. Okay, so we got the cam off, and I don't know if you can see, but this is the one all the way back there, and the one I was worried about. Let me zoom in. See how that lifter, that's touching it right there? But this one, it's not even close, it's about to slip off. So either that valve is bent, the keepers are in there, it's sitting all the way up, so I don't know if it just bent out of the way. There is a little bit of damage on it, but I don't know. And the cam has a little bit of damage on it too now, so maybe it's a bad head whatsoever. But this valve needs to be pointing a lot straighter. I don't know what it is.
All right, guys, so unfortunately we have bad news. We found another bent valve, basically the same one that was bent before. It happened again. It's pretty crazy. I don't know what's going on. I mean, we're both scratching our head on this, seeing like, man, how could that happen?
I mean, it was running this time, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
it
like,
spun over, it ran for a little bit. It was a little funny, it ran a little, but it wasn't horrible, but dang, I don't know. It's just part of the game sometimes, you know, you had hit a couple walls, but we definitely want to keep going. So let us know what you think we should do, what the problem could be. I mean, we'd love reading your guys' comments. It's been very helpful throughout this whole journey so far. Yeah, I don't know what we should do really. Get a new engine? Should we just scrap this one all together and just use this thing for parts? But we would love to get it up and running. Should we just do an engine swap, put something else in there, or try to fix this one again, put another valve in there? Maybe our timing was off or something, or...
I mean, I checked the timing. Timing was good. So I don't know.
So
Maybe the camshaft was warped there or something. I mean, it looked like it was spinning good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should just, this is a sign we should do like a diesel swap or something into it.
that would be pretty crazy. Honestly,
who knows?
it's like...
I mean, we can definitely get another V10 engine. It's not,
Yeah.
you know, they're out there. But, you know, it's just going to cost more money. But it is
so
what
sad
it is.
too, because it's like low miles. I mean, this thing looks pretty brand new inside, so it's like, man, just to throw that away. But at the same time, can't win them all. It's okay, guys. We're gonna keep going. You know, tomorrow's another day. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. We're definitely gonna continue. We're gonna do something. Let us know what you think. Appreciate it. Until next time.